Well, I died inside last time, so let's talk about reptilians. The point counterpoint to all the ETs are good guys. Little bit of background that I picked up reading, interestingly, tropes pages about the V series, V for Visitors. Apparently, the first iteration of that show is what kicked off the conspiracy in the first place because it presented the idea that reptilian aliens could like take human skin and like disguise themselves as humans, and they were doing this to like further their own goals in the show. And so a bunch of people latched onto that, I guess, and they decided that like all these high powered figures, presidents and prime ministers and the queen and the royal family and maybe the pope are like reptilians wearing human skin and disguising themselves as humans, even though like popes have been autopsied, and I think they would have known this. Popes and presidents and the queen will eventually get autopsied if she ever dies, but there's like a collection of people thought to be reptilian overlords. Stephen Greer is one of them. For his belief that the aliens are good guys and the government is making up the idea of bad aliens to, I guess, instill fear in the populace. And then, like, if we're afraid of the aliens, then we'll shoot them down and they can't ever make peaceful contact or something. I guess that's the logic. This is the Rational Wiki page because I couldn't think of a better place to start. I love their humor though. This race of reptilians beings originate from the Draco constellation and now find themselves throughout the entire galaxy, also known as lizard people, reptoids, and the reptilian aliens, claim to be working along with the American government, or that the government itself is filled with lizards to control and manipulate our home planet. Just the US government, though. Why, oh, why? The reason many people associate these reptilians with such actions is because of their inherent nature to be evil. Evil will lead you to the Rational Wiki article on that subject. Here's David Icke. Okay, I just typed into the Google search bar reptilian overlords, and it's going to autofill for me Patreon. Miniatures, Facebooks, Reset Simulation, STL. I've got many questions, but I do not want the Patreon right now because I have no money. Reptilian Overlords is like a tabletop game. Reptilian Conspiracy Theory. Wikipedia. Here we go. Are purported reptilian humanoids that play a prominent role in the fantasy, science fiction, ufology, and conspiracy theories. Popularized by David Icke, a conspiracy theorist who claims shape-shifting reptilian aliens control Earth by taking on human form and gaining political power to manipulate human societies. This is the plot of V, just like I said. Icke has stated on multiple occasions that many world leaders are or are possessed by so-called reptilians. Is this fucking like a Slitheen situation where the zipper's in the forehead and they fart a lot? Is that what's going on? Michael Barkin, professor of political science at Syracuse University, charming looking man, posits the idea of a reptilian conspiracy theory originated in the fiction of Conan the Barbarian creator Robert E. Howard. The first appearance of serpent men in literature was in Howard's story The Shadow Kingdom, published in Weird Tales in 1929. Okay, so it probably does date back that far. On theosophical ideas such of the lost worlds of Atlantis and Lemuria. I've heard it 1,000 times, and I'm still like, Lemuria? What? What is happening? Howard's serpent men were described as humanoids with human bodies and snake heads, who were able to imitate humans at will and who lived underground in passages and used their shape-changing and mind control abilities to infiltrate humanity. It's like man, but heads. Wrote a pamphlet entitled Mysteries of the Gobi. Oh boy. These creatures appeared in the Emerald Tablets, which are referred to. Oh, the Emerald Tablets written by Thoth, which are like great alchemical knowledge or something. The story goes back literally to ancient Egyptian times, but there was. I'm thinking of one, I guess, predecessor to that story, which is Thoth had written a scroll of powerful magic, because that's what you do when you know things. You write them down or else you forget. Trust me, I know. So he'd written this scroll, and then to prevent that power from falling into the wrong hands, he logged into this like complicated box and sunk it into the ocean. Some mage found it and like broke into the box and got the scroll, and the gods ruined his whole life. So now he and his family are charged eternally with protecting it. So another mage goes in search of it because he'd heard all these cool stories. And then he meets the ghosts of the family that was protecting it. And is like, that changed, they're able to change his mind. So, points? Alien abduction narratives sometimes allege contact with reptilian creatures. Of Ashland, Nebraska police officer Herbert Shermer, who under hypnosis recalled being taken aboard a UFO in '67 by humanoid beings with a slightly reptilian appearance, who wore a winged serpent emblem on the left side of their chests. Skeptics consider his claims to be a hoax. According to British conspiracy theorist David Icke, who first published on this theme in his 1999 work, The Biggest Secret, tall, blood-drinking, shape-shifting reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconis star system is the star called Thuban. Now hiding in underground bases are the force behind a worldwide conspiracy against humanity. That links to a conspiracy theory article. He contends that most of the world's ancient and modern leaders are related to these reptilians, including the Merovingian dynasty, the Rothschilds, the Bush family, and the British royal family. Oh boy. Icke's conspiracy theories now have supporters in up to 47 countries, and he has given lectures to crowds of up to 6,000. Wonder where he did that. American writer Vicky Santillano included it in her list of the 10 most popular conspiracy theories, describing it as the wackiest theory she has encountered. I am living. I died in the last video, and I have been restored to life. A poll of Americans in 2013 by the Public Policy Polling indicated that 4% of registered voters, plus or minus 2.8%, believed in David Icke's ideas. In the closely fought 2008 Senate election in Minnesota between comedian and commentator Al Franken and incumbent Senator with lizard people written in the space provided for write-in candidates. Okay, my grasp on life is incredibly tenuous right now. Lucas Davenport, who later claimed to have written the gag ballot, okay, thank God, said, I don't know if you've heard the conspiracy theory about the lizard men. A friend of mine, we didn't like the candidates, so we were at first going to write in revolution because we thought that was good and to the point. And then we thought the lizard people would be even funnier. Okay, they have a point. Evil reptilian kitten eater from another planet, the rat bastard, was a pejorative used to refer to then Ontario Liberal Party opposition leader Dalton McGuinty. Oh, Canada! In a press release disseminated by the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario on September 12, 2003. During the provincial election campaign in Ontario, in February 2011, on the Opie and Anthony radio show, the comedian Louis C.K. jokingly asked former U.S. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld a number of times if he and Dick Cheney were lizard people who enjoyed the taste of human flesh. On March 4th, 2013, a video depicting a security agent with unusual features guarding a speech by U.S. President Barack Obama was spotlighted in a weird report about shape-shifting reptilian humanoids, leading to a tongue-in-cheek response from Chief National Security Council spokeswoman Caitlin Hayden that any alleged program to guard the president with aliens or robots would likely have to be scaled back or eliminated in the sequester. Okay, that was... Let's see, there was an article on Serpent Men and Conan. Articles on V and World War, Narn, and Babylon 5. What if I did... the lizard people? Hey, maybe David Icke has a website. DavidIcke.com. Maybe this will tell us all about the lizard people. Let's take a look. Website's down, so we have to resort to the Wayback Machine. Let's get the most recent, which is from yesterday. And let's see what we have. Iconic, the alternative. Sign up now. Close that. They have to lie and censor the truth would destroy them. Ike Rose 3, watch now, we will not be silenced. Virus video package. Hundreds of cutting-edge documentaries and series. This guy's got a featured product. The Trigger. The lie that changed the world, who really did it and why. Oh no. It's a I don't think that is returning any results. Vox says, lizard people, the greatest political conspiracy ever created. Wonder what Vox has to say. Okay. Last November, the political fate of America was once again put to a vote. This was written in 2015. But for the millions of Americans who believe in lizard people, this vote had bigger implications, like thwarting an ongoing plot of world domination. The idea of shape-shifting lizards taking human forms is a plot to rule America and the world has become one of the most majestic and marvelous conspiracy theories created by mankind, or lizardkind, if you will. In 2008, lizard people found its way onto the Minnesota's midterm ballot with some controversy. As the pundits continue to extrapolate on what the Republican win in the midterms means for the country, there are people around this country who hope their votes did something crucial, kept the country safe from lizard people for the next few years. Here is a brief guide to the world of lizard people, true believers. What is a lizard person? It's just what it sounds like. Lizard people are cold-blooded, humanoid reptilians who have the power to shapeshift into human form. According to David Icke, a New Age philosopher and one of the most prominent theorists in the lizard people game, these creatures have had their claws in humankind since ancient time. And world leaders like Queen Elizabeth, George W. Bush, the Clintons, and Bob Hope are all lizard people. Encroaching on other conspiracy theorists' territory, Icke even claims that lizards are behind secret societies like Freemasons and Illuminati. People actually believe in this stuff? Yes. How many Americans believe in lizard people? How do those who believe in lizard people know when someone is a lizard person? There are many different theories. If you look at the forums on Ike's site, there are numerous posts either telling people how to spot lizard people or asking how to pick a lizard person out from the crowd. Bump, one of the top lizard person journalists in the field, made a handy guide last year that called lizard person identifiers. Here is a list of lizard person tells. Green eyes, good eyesight or hearing, having red hair. Damn, fuck the Irish, I guess. A sense of not belonging to the human race. Unexplained scars on the body, love of space, and low blood pressure. I feel like it would be more obvious than that because they're cold-blooded, but what do I know? It's not like I have a bachelor's in biology or something. A brief survey on Ike's forums also point out physical features like having a smile where bottom teeth show, eyes that change size, or eyes with abnormally sized pupils as potential lizard person tells. But there's also a theory that these physical attributes mean nothing. UFO Chick, an avid contributor to the boards, explained that what makes lizard people is something that you can't see. It's about the soul inhabiting the body, not the physical body. What do the lizard people want? World domination! Where do lizard people come from? Aside from people's paranoia, lizard people are thought to primarily come from the constellation Draco, though there are some theories that reptoids come from other systems like Sirius and Orion too. Basically, they're aliens. Draco, is of course the constellation that is allegedly shaped like a dragon, or if you go with its Latin name Draconum, it means huge serpent. It's the 8th largest constellation. Reptoids from Draco are thought to be very tall and have retractable wings. Reptoids.com! That's a thing. We're going to check that out in a second. Reptoids.com. This is why I do these rabbit hole videos. I discover things. Sometimes those things make me want to die, but sometimes they enrich my life. Ike's believers say that lizard people have been visiting Earth since ancient times and breeding with humans, which results in more lizard people and more humans with the potential to be lizard people. Is there any actual documentation of lizard people affecting the American government? Nope. But sometimes lizard people make national news anyways. Back in 2008 Minnesota Senate race, a man named Lucas Davenport created a national stir when he tabbed lizard people as his write-in vote. Davenport's vote was thrown out. But still, funny. Which famous celebrities are allegedly lizard people? Alleged lizard people are almost always A-listers. And the list of alleged lizard people includes Barack Obama, Donald Rumsfeld, showing that lizard people transcend party lines. Good, as all good aliens should. Madonna, Katy Perry, Bill Clinton, and Angelina Jolie, among others. Am I a lizard person? Possibly, only you can know for sure. But hey, there are worse things you could be than a humanoid lizard with plans for world domination. That's pretty ambitious and admirable. Congratulations. So, Reptoids.com. I love peace through knowledge, compassion. Vigilance. various types of bipetoids, reptilian humanoids, the winged Draco reptoids and their superiors, the Draco prime reptoids, reptilian gray crossbreeds. Classical reptoid type 1 is what is addressed through this site. Tailless reptoid. We get a watermarked image here. This reminds me of the aliens from the Predator movies, just without dreads and naked. And also the mouth is not the mouth, the Predator mouth. You know the one I'm talking about. Reptoids range from 5.5 to 9 feet in height. Lean, firm bodies with powerful arms and legs. They have long arms with 3 long fingers and an opposable thumb. Their feet have 3 toes and 1 recessed fourth that is toward the back of their ankle. Their claws are short and blunt. They do not teats, nor do they have a navel. Thank you for not making them sexy. Scaled skin, greenish brown in color. Oh, these are the ones from Draco that have the wings, and it looks like this guy's got horns. I don't know what I was expecting when I read about reptilian gray crossbreeds, but this was not it. Reptoids Research Center. FAQs. I have so many questions about this picture. But the biggest one is, why is she nursing? Is this one of them like gray hybrids and that's why they have boobies? We're just there. Superman cattle mutilations. Just report your sighting. Let's check here. What do reptoids look like? Where do they live? Areas favoring specific geologic formations near their Antarctic origin. What are reptile people doing on the coldest fucking spot on the planet? What is happening? Are reptoids related to dinosaurs? There is factoid. Approximately 21,500 birds, reptiles, and mammals have been discovered and classified by scientists. There are approximately 837 more that are suspected to be alive on Earth, but that have had absolutely no contact with humans. Fascinating, but I'm not sure what that's doing on this website. The original Crypto Hunter has provided workshops and media presentations to national and international audiences regarding his terrestrial reptoid hypothesis. Claims that beings that humanity have been calling ETs or aliens are, in many cases, Sightings of sentient reptilian humanoid reptoid beings that are native to Earth or fellow Terrans. This is the plot of a Doctor Who episode. I feel like I take a shot every time I encounter some nonsense. Whatever keeps the pipes greased, I guess. Under Earth's surface and caverns off-world in alternate vibrational states. Oh my god. That was... I wonder what I can find in the external links. There are no external links. Damn it. I know who would know about lizard people. Aliens and UFOs. MJ documents. I'm convinced there is or should be a search feature. Nothing on the front page. Hmm. Here we go. Search. Banned from David Icke, banned from speaking. The Queen is a reptile. I won't be celebrating her Jubilee. Page 1. Reporter has visions of people shapeshifting into lizards. A whole race of lizard people lived deep down in tunnels. Spider Woman and the Los Angeles lizard people. It's kind of funny to me, like, in movies, lizard people were for a while the default, I guess, of Proud Warrior race guys. Just conflicted feelings about reptilians, odd dreams before reptilians eat humans, page 1. People are harassed by reptilians in lower astral planes. What about reptilians? 5 question marks, page 1. Physical evidence for the reptilian race, page 1. The hell is this? I don't like picking on these guys, but I like when someone says that they have evidence and they dig out like all these photos or a video or whatever. That's why I like going on UFOs. They sometimes have videos. Vancouver cult. This genetic condition. Actually, a series of genetic conditions resulting in like things like this. So, ancient biblical texts and art depict a reptilian humanoid, page 1. Reptilians and vampires, page 1. Lizard reptilian alien race question, page 1. Reptar! Who would you fear more, the Greys or Reptoids? Page 1. Me, the Greys with their psionic abilities. If either one was standing in front of me, I would not be afraid of either. Fear is for the weak. I think Reptoids would be far more terrifying. I've heard they are ruthless and ferocious. From what I know of the Greys, they're just drones of the Reptoids. That's who we should be fearing. Interesting. Fear is weakness. True. But only way to cover fears. Wow, what a line. The rest of my fellow humans scare me enough right now, so neither. Cheers. This planet's a sinking ship. I would be more afraid of both of them. The Reptoids are supposedly a soulless collective of horrible creatures that actually control the Greys, and then if the Greys can read minds, then all of that nonsense. Well, then I'd be scared of them too. It's a lose-lose situation. So, that was fun. I think. Lizard people. A pretty straightforward theory, actually. But, yeah, it's that counterpoint to all the ETs are good guys, because these ETs are clearly not good guys. And that's the whole basic premise.